Go to outer space.
Oh. Yay, we're live on YouTube. It on the website yet. Oh, my tummy hurts. My tummy hurts. Tummy.
Alright. Looks like YouTube's up. Grab the page.
Right. Okay.
Come on, Facebook.
Come on, Facebook. Jeez. Not fast enough at stealing our information. I don't know what's going on.
Come on, Facebook.
I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Stream key, everything's there. Just doesn't have a stream. Come on. Hello. Don't be stupid. Come on. Facebook. Do something.
Facebook! Come on, Facebook!
Now it's saying I turned it off and now it's on. This is stupid. Whatever.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
I did. Now it says it's offline. What? It's working, so I'm just gonna leave it as is, I guess.
Is it working?
I mean, it doesn't say it's on, but it's so weird.
Whatever.
It's weird because I don't see it on our page. Okay. Restarting Facebook, hold on.
Okay.
Oh, see, now it says it ended. How stupid. Try it again.
Sorry, Liam.
What?
He said keep singing like that and I won't be able to watch.
What are you singing?
I don't remember.
Well, plus there's music going. Because there's music going at the same time that you're doing
While I'm
that.
singing?
Yes.
Liam said it's too arousing.
Sounds about right. Unable to connect. Why? Why you do this?
Oh, sighing. Okay. Not singing.
When I turn it off, then it says that we're online. What?
Weird.
Facebook, you're a butt. Right, on. This is the part where you go on. There we go. On. And then, okay, connecting. Let's do it again.
Let's do that.
There we go. Thank you. Finally.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I am sure about that. I am sure.
That would be fun
What's that?
if Tokyo Megaplex remixed what we're saying, on standby.
Oh. There we go. There we go. All right.
There we go.
let me
Sweet. I got some of my taxes done while you were doing that.
The finger thing means the taxes.
The finger thing means the taxes.
All right, that's going, and we're good there, and we're good here, and all right, going to video. Bam.
Bam.
Bam. Ready and waiting for new messages. All right, everybody. Start chiming in
Hello, everyone.
to alert the Slack channel.
You know what's really sad?
What?
Whenever you're like, whenever you're going through your like statements and stuff like that, and you see a charge, and you're like, oh, I remember that was when my dog died.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
The bat signal is out.
Right.
We should be getting a few more people in here. What's up, Arcade Retro? What's up?
Dave, do you have a new camera? You're super clear today. I know, he's like super vibrant too. Why is that?
I adjusted the colors.
Ooh, the colors, children.
Yeah, the Logitech thing has an adjustment thing. The other thing is that it's gloomy outside, so it's not overpowering me through that window.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. That's always.
I might buy a portable green screen. Just saying.
What are you gonna?
Elgato makes a $150 retractable green screen.
It's parking systems.
All right, we're live. Everything's going. So I think I'm rolling here. I'm rolling on Skype. I'm rolling on Dubs.
Cool. Oh, hold on. Let me roll on my Dubs. Test 1 2 1 2. I am rolling on Dubs.
Dinguses are all working.
I guess. Hold on. Let me check my dingus. Dingus. Is it blue? Is it blue? Is it blue? Did it go over my face?
Of course it did.
The dingus is working.
That way you know. So you know it's good.
Tokyo Megaplex, Liam said that you need to remix us during our standby stuff. Yeah, do that, right. And then we'll make that our new demo reel music.
Yeah. That'll be our promo for the podcast, right?
Right? Yeah.
Rolling on Dubs. We're going to get chopped and screwed by Tokyo Megaplex. And not in a good way.
Jinx.
Giggity.
Send me the recording. What, can't you just rip it from YouTube? Also send me People's. Yeah,
that would be a sweet remix. People's people. Era.
Beatify. You better.
All right.
All right. Cool.
Ready to do a show?
Yeah, let's do a show.
All right.
I'm
let's
rolling
do the
too.
sync.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
How was the sync, people? Was it in sync?
You'll never know.
Well, we could go back and actually watch it.
Well, it doesn't work like that because Skype has a delay, you see.
Oh, man, that's a way off.
That's because of Skype delay.
I
The
was just
sync
watching
only
it,
works
yeah.
in post. Post.
Yeah, but how does it work? How come it works well with you and me talking? Like, did they hear a delay between me and you?
Well, yeah, there's a slight delay. But it's not enough to. It's not enough. They see my side of the conversation on Skype, which is not that bad.
All right.
Because you're seeing it from one side. Yeah, if one was coming from you and one was coming from me as a separate stream, yeah, you would notice more of a difference. Latency.
Latency.
Cadbury cream egg.
I can't eat those. Dude, I'm down 12 pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah. Good old low-fat diet. Not being able to eat anything.
I lost a bunch of weight by getting sick. By switching to sickness.
Right? Ah, yes, the Brograph big balls. Car rental. Oh, that's Denver. Okay. Yeah.
All right, tax boy.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Gross.
Let me move my foot before it goes to sleep. I have room here for my hand. Yes. Good. There we go.
Hey, what's up, Smear Balls?
Smear balls in here? What up, Smear balls? The Bro Sack Ball Pack. All right, here we go.
Do it.
Do it in one breath, Dave.
Do it.
Fine, I'll try it. I'll try it. Gotta hyperventilate first.
You don't have to do it now. Like, you got a little bit into.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I still have to hyperventilate first.
I got to make sure my branding is right anytime I take a drink.
You're like Stewie with the tab.
Right.
Yeah. Let me wait for the clock. I don't think you can hear that. Okay.
I don't know.
What up? Oh,
sorry.
Stepped on it. Okay, hold on. What up, bros, and welcome to another Brograph Brocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And Brograph is a supplement to our site, brograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorials. Okay, I'm going to start over. I'm going to do this in one breath today. Hold on. Here we go.
You better leave this in.
Here we go.
All right, go ahead.
What up, bros, and welcome to another Brograph Brocast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
And Brograph is a supplement to our site, brograph.com, which is a motion graphics tutorial site with tutorials, plugins, podcasts, and other MoGraph stuff. And on the show, we talk about everything ranging from motion graphics to Cinema 4D, After Effects, plugins, render engines, doing business, doing taxes, being a contractor, or working for the man. And I still have more breath. I'm not out of breath yet, Matt. I'm still going. Still going, and it's gone. And I said the whole thing in one breath.
I think you need to leave that first part in there where we messed up in the actual show.
Oh, you mean you want me to edit?
Yeah, you love editing, right?
Nah, that's cool. So you can email us, brograph@brograph.com, and let us know what you want us to talk about. You're the producer of the show, so send us an email and
yeah, you're the producer. So
you're the producer.
It sucks. It's your fault.
It's your fault. We'll give you your money back. If you have any questions relating to motion graphics or comments about the show, or if you have topic ideas, we'd love to hear from you. We've got a couple weeks of NAB stuff coming up, and so this is a good time to get your emails in, because as soon as all of that stuff wraps is when we're like, okay, what do we talk about now? And so this is a really good time to get your email in over the next couple weeks. Again, brograph@brograph.com, and this week we got a short show for you because we're prepping.
It will actually be a short show.
It will be. short show.
We're basically catching up on everything that we can catch up on before we leave for 1,000 days.
1,000 days in Vegas time.
Yeah.
So I think
7
a lot
days
of people
in
are
real
doing that.
time is 1,000 days in Vegas
I think
time.
a lot of people are actually doing the same thing this week. I saw even in the Slack channel, a lot of people are just chilling, kind of keeping it, kind of slow so that clients don't come at the last second before they're leaving town and be like, oh, can you do changes to this thing or do this new project? Because that's what we're doing. We've been kind of slowing things down, and we have like a couple stragglers, and we're going to be gone pretty early. We're leaving Thursday for NAB to start setting up. So, if you're listening, it's going to be short. So don't even save what you're doing. Just listen to the show. You don't even have to save your project.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. Just like Matt.
Oh, you had to bring that up.
Ding.
Okay, here. I'll give you that. Okay. But here's okay, you're just going to jump right into it and call me out on this, which is totally fine. I would like to defend myself at least a little bit. All right. Yes, I am terrible about saving projects. Okay. I've noticed myself. I have done it like several times this past week where I will go through and I will do the entire project in After Effects or in. Yes, I'm terrible about that, but here's in my defense, I have all my autosave set up in After Effects and Cinema 4D to where it's automatically saving every 5 minutes. So I've always got at least I'm only going to be behind maybe 5 minutes.
I don't rely on autosaves.
Yeah, I mean, it's creating so many of them, I don't know. Knock on wood, haven't had a problem yet.
ABC, always be saving.
Right.
Yeah. Every time you do that, it's like Austin Powers. I also like to live dangerously.
What are you going to do?
You're such a rebel.
That's my middle name. Matt Rebel Milstead.
Mm-hmm. You're named after the camera, right?
No, I was going to say I was named after Rebel Wilson.
Oh.
That's stupid.
I know. So we came out with a new plugin yesterday. I don't know if y'all caught that.
On the 1st of April, we were super excited to produce a new plugin on the 1st of April.
Yep. So if you guys go to brograph.com/bigballs, you can check out our new Big Balls pack, and we've got all sorts of models of different kind of. The video, we've got a couple guest appearances, which is really cool. And it basically, there's a link to it on brograph.com/bigballs if you want to download the pack. It's a really cool pack. And
I did notice we actually had like 4 or 5 people download it.
Yeah.
I wish there were more.
Tried to download it.
I wish there were more. Yeah. And I was actually really surprised. I thought we'd get a lot more crap about it on Twitter. Or on Facebook, because, it's balls, I
mean, if you have a dirty mind, I guess, but I'm not like that, Matt.
Oh, okay. I guess I was just expecting more.
I almost called you Seth.
Well, that's weird.
my old co-host from another life. So, go check that out. See, I didn't really put much to the link to the actual page. So if you look in the show, if you look in the notes,
I did notice that you put the YouTube link. You didn't put the page. You should have put the page.
Yeah, it's in the YouTube. But I wanted Twitter and all that to have the video on it, or else, people don't.
Guess.
But we've had close to 400 views on that at least. So
that's good. That's good.
That's funny. So y'all check that out.
Thank you to both David Ariev and Smearballs for their guest appearances on that.
Yeah.
You guys totally made the video.
And just remember it, if you download it, the textures aren't included. You're gonna have to do that part yourself.
Yeah, textures aren't included.
Yeah. So sorry. Copyright issues there. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Let's see. So, short show. What else are we doing here? The GPU conference was Last Wednesday there was the NVIDIA keynote, and oh my gosh, it was so funny.
That okay, so it wasn't funny because like watching it was good. Like it was actually extremely boring. But I got to give a shout out to all the guys in the Slack who were just ripping this guy left and right. It was I have not laughed that hard in my entire life. So
it was.
But if you would like to go back, if you'd like to go back and watch it, are we gonna have a? Do they have a link for it yet, Dave?
Yeah, I'm sure there's a link up. But it was just funny with the Slack channel because it was so funny. We were all just riffing off of each other and making fun of these guys who were just so crazy about the smallest little nerdy things. And so
like the Kubernetes. That's what it's all about, dude. It's all about Kubernetes.
Kubernetes with a picture of the aliens guy. Aliens.
Right. Kubernetes.
I could probably pull that off.
Yeah, there's your artwork.
There's
for the
my
show.
my Halloween costume. I'll be that guy this year.
Right.
I'll just do this and then just bring the hair out, the crazy hair, and aliens. Yeah.
You need to get that haircut, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it trimmed on Tuesday before we leave for sure. I look like a wacko, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Almost man.
Yeah. I do look homeless.
Yeah.
You
just need to shave it. Telling you, shave your hair.
No. Dave, no shave hair.
Yeah.
No. So check that out. The screens. Here's what was funny. Like the production value was really bad.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Production value.
It was awful.
It was pretty good as far as like the production and stuff. But when he would be talking about a screen or something, they'd show a screen that was literally 1/8 the size of the actual screen, so that you wouldn't actually see any of the details. It was that's stupid.
What bugged me because he had the giant screen behind him and all that, but they weren't putting it up on that screen. They were putting it in just a little like centimeter tall square, and they're like, wow, look at how this rendered. Doesn't it look amazing? And you're like, I don't know because you're not showing us.
Right.
Stupid. I mean, have a little bit of insight with like, do they not set that up and be like, oh, we're going to show everything in this bottom right corner in this little window. And of course, nobody's watching this full screen. They're all watching it on their computer. Right. So it's even smaller.
Yeah.
So
full screen of
production value.
And then that's not bad production value. It's poorly planned production value, but it's not bad production value.
I put that in the category of
because it was still like the quality of whatever. Anyway.
So I mean, if I'm going to show something on the live stream, I show it in the big window.
Yeah. I totally agree. But that doesn't mean that our production value is great and their production value is crap, Art, as far as the size of the actual video. Anyway. Oh yeah, useless sack of humanity. That was
useless
a good one.
Sack of humanity. That whole sack of humanity thing. What is he talking about?
It was because it was some guy was strapped into a that fake go-kart thing, and he was driving the real car, and he like called him out, and he's like, "See that guy over there? That useless sack of humanity." It's like, why would you? They either have a really fun relationship over at NVIDIA, or like,
did he say useless, or was that something someone said in the chat?
I don't know. It was
the sack of humanity part I heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just figured that the AI has been calling all of the humans sacks of humanity.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that. Yeah.
And so they're just getting used to that because they've got like the more advanced AI that's actually sentient in their lab somewhere. Right. Getting ready for next year's conference. Right. And so it's been calling them sacks of humanity. They're just used to it.
Yeah, well, maybe they've already killed the entire people at NVIDIA, and those are all actually robots.
Oh, man. Well,
and they don't understand actual human talk.
Oh, so that's why they're so awkward.
Everything is, that's it. That's totally it.
That explains it.
We figured it out. All the robots at NVIDIA.
They're like the guy in Men in Black. The alien who's in human form and he's having trouble staying in it. You know, he's like twitching out and stuff. Yeah.
No, I gotcha.
So they were
they're trying to name things like humans would, but they can't come up with real names and stuff. So it was Kubernetes.
Right.
It sounds real, but it's not.
Yeah. No, I like that theory. I like that theory. They were doing the whole thing with the VR car. So somebody's driving in VR and it's making the car drive, which I understand is a feat of engineering. But they kept saying over and over, guys, you don't even understand. Nobody's in the car. He's in VR. We're like, yeah, we get it. We get it. Like, it's not that we're not impressed by it. It's that it's understandable how the technology works and how how you would be able to do that. It's not like it's not magic. We understand it's technology.
Yeah, and he was going so slow, and he totally misparked. He totally messed up the parking. Like, I have a feeling, like, imagine how much lag is in between that. You know, I guarantee you there's a ton of lag. That's why he was going so slow.
What's the point of it? Honestly, like,
I mean, if you're not, I mean, I understand showing something off because you think it's cool and stuff, but show it off because it's coming, you know? I don't know.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
I'm just talking out my ear or whatever.
Anyway, I really liked it. It's a GPU conference. I feel like they keep spending more and more time now on all the AI stuff, which is very cool and it's very important. But I feel like almost the AI stuff needs to be a separate thing now. It's like it's its own keynote within the keynote.
Yeah.
And you don't really it just takes away from the graphics and everything. It's like, I don't know. But so we're getting prepped for NAB. So here's a rundown of some of the latest NAB stuff. First of all, as far as live streams, there will not be a Thursday live stream this week because Liam is going to be getting ready to leave as well. Next week, there will also not be a live stream because we will be like throwing videos out there like crazy. Yes. I'm sure we'll be doing live streams. We're going to try and live stream the podcast if we have good bandwidth. Yeah. We're going to probably, I don't know, Facebook Live or figure out some way. I wish maybe we can figure this out. Can we use Restream from our phones? Because that would be pretty cool.
I don't know. I mean, I assume, no, we did use Restream on our phone. We used it. Yeah. Remember we used it at the, I
mean, being able to use the camera from your phone and just say, hey,
I don't think so.
That would be pretty cool if we could figure that out. But we're going to try and do some streams, even if we're at like some parties and stuff, just throw up a Facebook Live stream, something like that. That'll be fun. So check that out and just follow us. If you really want to get the updates, honestly, check Twitter, get on the Slack channel, the NAB 2018 channel, especially if you're going to be there in Vegas. Make sure that you are on the Slack channel under the NAB 2018 channel. Bro B&B 531 says they will be at the Bro B&B. So
I did not name that. We did not name that. They named it that.
Yes. It's the hive mind.
Yes.
It has a mind of its own now. So we are no longer in control of the bro puns.
Right.
Other NAB things, we have this call list on Slack, which is really funny. Everybody's putting their phone numbers in, and you're making a point to mess with everybody, of course.
Yes. So just a word of advice. If you post your phone number somewhere publicly, I will text message you and mess with you.
Okay.
I have done it to just about everyone so far.
I am not going to be doing that because I don't want that. I'm not putting my phone number out there. So.
I'm not worried about it. These guys are all our friends now, right?
It'll just go to voicemail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're our friends now, but you can hit me up in other ways. I'm not posting my phone number out there.
Yeah. Slack, come and join the NAB 2018 Slack because I got a feeling we're going to be posting pictures there. We're going to be like collaborating or like figuring out where, we can all meet up and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's where
that's going to be the place.
And if you're not going to be at NAB and you just want to know what we're all up to, come join the NAB 2018.
Yeah, it's either crazy. I'm sure we'll be putting pictures in there and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, don't call me because it will just go to my voicemail.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic bazooty.
Bazooty? Is that what it says?
No. A handful of Beck fans will get that one.
Oh.
Let's see. Thursday. We get in Thursday.
Yeah.
That's just whatever night. Friday. So if anybody's going to be there, we'll probably be doing some stuff at night, just kind of casually hanging out, maybe grab dinners or something. Because we're going to be working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's going to be rehearsal stuff going on at NAB on the show floor before Monday.
Yes.
Sunday night, obviously, is the big motion graphics meetup at the beer house, which that's sold out, by the way.
Yeah, if you didn't get tickets, sucks to be you.
Too bad. I don't know how lax they're going to be about that. I think that it's basically, since they rented the whole place out now, it's probably a fire marshal thing. So I'm guessing maybe after a while they'll let some people in. So if, I don't want to speak for them, but I'm just saying, if you don't have a ticket, we could probably figure something out.
Yeah, I'm not making that promise at all.
No, I'm not going to make that promise, but I'm just saying, like, you could probably come later and just kind of stroll in or something. I would say,
maybe.
As long as the people putting it on are cool with that, I bet it's a fire marshal thing. I'm just willing to bet. So I would say, I'm just saying, hope is not lost. If you were really, really wanting to get a ticket, I bet that you'll be okay. So, let's see here. Okay. So after the Sunday party, we are going to record a show, and it is going to be, we're going to have a bunch of microphones and a round table type thing, hopefully at somewhere that has good internet.
Hopefully.
But we don't know where we're recording yet. It's going to be wherever we have the best internet.
Yes.
That's what it's going to be. So
yeah. But just if you guys are wanting to watch live on the live, or if you whatever, just be aware it's going to be very late Sunday or Sunday night. Or if you're in Australia, it's going to be really early, or probably about the right time, right? What's midnight?
I don't know.
Hey,
it's
Alexa,
Vegas time,
what time is midnight? Never mind. That's really hard to do. What time is it in Australia right now? She's not going to be able to answer.
Since 12 noon is by definition neither anti-moon.
Oh
my gosh. Alexa, stop. She's worthless. Okay, so my stupid Echo, like, they did an update to where you can continually ask questions,
Oh,
and
right.
I think that's cool. It's like you can ask a question and then ask another question without having to say, hey, so and so.
Hey, dingus. Yeah.
Right. But like, she continues listening to you and doesn't realize when you're done sometimes. Like, you have to say thank you now in order to end the conversation. Yeah. Otherwise, she's just going to keep on trying to put stuff on.
Is that an option, though? Is that optional?
Yeah, it's an option. It's an option.
Okay, good. I haven't plugged mine in a while, so I need to. It's been sitting here. I rearranged, and I need to plug it back in. So I was like, I hope that doesn't. That's not like a permanent thing, because I wouldn't like that. Monday is the Media Motion Ball.
Yes,
Media Motion Ball, and we're kicking around this whole limo idea. We'll see how that works out for afterwards.
Maybe we'll go, grab a limo and go drive around with anyone who wants to drive around,
So
see the strip, maybe go downtown and see the Fremont Street experience. That would be fun.
We'll go. We'll talk to the Air Bro and B guys, because if we do the limo thing, we're gonna need to get some drinks for the limo.
Yeah.
And
the last time we did a limo, we bought a bunch of drinks and no one showed up because we were sad.
Because we were sad. Yeah, that was poor planning on our part. But we had some people show up. It wasn't that bad. But the thing about Vegas is you can get alcohol at all these corner stores everywhere. So, but we'll need somebody to maybe help us out with that, because we are going to be at the ball, and I know not everybody's going to the ball. So that would be helpful. Then Tuesday is the pinball party. And anything else going on Tuesday? That's probably it, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Wednesday and Thursday night, we have some events going on after the show, but of course, those things always start kind of early and, 7 o'clock ish. Dinner and things like that, and then we're just kind of open for whatever. So
yeah, it's gonna be a nonstop go. Now, normally Wednesday night we all go out, and like Wednesday, at least last year, was the really late night for me. Like I think I stayed out till like 4 a.m. last year.
Were you gambling or something?
Yeah, we were gambling at this like place called Casino Royale. It's my favorite place to go. Like, but it's the dumpiest place in the entire world.
Casino Royale. Which one is the one that they tore down that we were at a couple of years ago with our number one fan?
Our number one fan, Luke. Yeah. What was that? It was like I don't know, Riviera. It was the Riviera. I think.
Riviera Maya, something like Riviera.
Just Riviera. I think it was the Riviera. I don't know. I got to check.
They tore it down as soon as we left.
Yeah,
it's all our fault.
Yeah. No, I think they actually drove a car through it for a movie as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think they drove a car through it first, and then they tore it down.
Well, I would hope they wouldn't do that second, but yeah.
There we go.
There you go. So yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. The plans that we have going on that night, we may be out a little bit later, so you guys might be on your own if you're hanging out. If we don't show up in 15 minutes, you're legally allowed to leave.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, that's the meme, right? That's the meme. That's what the kids are doing right now with the memes and stuff. So I'm going to post a link. It's Tool Farm's Survival Guide to NAB, and you need to check this out. This is pretty good. They got a video and everything on the site. Let's see what it says here.
So a couple of things that they said. They said do bring to the following to the show floor. Two things that I didn't think about. One of them was 2 pairs of comfortable shoes. So like you wear one, and then halfway through the day you switch shoes, which I don't know. I don't like switching shoes, but that could be. But I also I don't know. But anyway,
I actually just bought some new shoes just for that reason, because the ones I had were really not comfortable at all. So
another one he says is hand sanitizer. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not a big pusher of hand sanitizer myself.
Why?
Because I just wash my hands.
Yeah, but so hi, I'm gonna shake your hand. Now let me go to the bathroom and wash my hands.
Yeah, I'm one of those people who is
That's
like
probably no. I mean, seriously, I bet you that's why we get the Max on crud. Yeah.
But I'm one of those people who I feel like overly hand sanitizing actually makes things worse, which I have heard.
Yeah,
is a possibility, but.
Sharon on the chat said switch insoles in your shoes so it saves space. That's good. That's good advice.
That's a good idea. Like get you some Dr. Scholl's.
Yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah.
You gotta be gelling. Wow. 2005 called.
Right.
I'm gelling like Magellan. I'm so gelling.
Oh, it's so stupid.
So yeah, I got some Vans. Damn, Daniel. They're really comfortable, and let's see what else we got here. Transportation, you got the monorail. Obviously, if you've never been, the monorail is awesome.
If you're staying on the south side, okay, so this is for NABers who've never been. If you're staying on the south side of the news strip, which is let's see, that would be Excalibur, New York, MGM, the Luxor, and Tropicana. If you're staying in that general area, like hit up the monorail. You can get to the monorail through MGM, and then just that'll drop you off right at the convention center.
There's a rule too. When you get on it, you got to go monorail.
No,
monorail.
Now the big thing with cabs, and this is important to keep in mind, there will be. Oh, never mind. Yeah, it says that there. The cab queue at the airport. No, they're saying the cabs are everywhere, and the airport is super long. But what I'm gonna tell you is the day of NAB, those cab lines are going to be ginormous.
Yes, dude. Yes,
you will be waiting for a very long time. So either get up early, and go get a cab, or call an Uber or something.
Yeah, Uber is much better. And if you can kind of walk a few blocks away and order your Uber, you're going to be in a lot better shape. The cab lines are insane.
Yeah.
I don't know that we ever got a cab, ever, have we?
Yeah, I think we always just ordered an Uber.
Yeah, or we drove our stupid rental car.
That was, okay, and here's something. Don't get a rental car. Don't get a rental car.
Yeah, especially honestly, now.
Because especially now, because the parking, like they used to give you free parking all the time. Now they're starting to charge for parking everywhere you go.
And parking costs more than the rental car.
Right. Parking costs more than the rental car, and you're going to pay. You're just going to want to jump in an Uber really quick, Yeah. So.
Uber. What is this? Limo at NAB? Oh, interesting. Limo stuff. I don't know. I mean, limos are cool. They're pretty cheap. I'm just looking at all this stuff listed here. Limos, honestly, if you do them in advance, you could get like a really nice limo for like $120 with a lot of people. That's not bad. Or you can get one of those stretch SUV limos for like $200.
Yeah.
So they're really not bad. So we might do something like that if we have time. There are free shuttles.
Sharon on the chat also said you can drink booze while in the line for the taxis. So if you're willing to wait, and you can get booze 24 hours a day, that's a very good point.
That's true. The other thing I would say is bring mini bottles to Vegas if you can. You have to fit them in the pouch, or if you want to buy them when you get there. But it's better if you just bring them in your suitcase because like when you get to some of these casinos and stuff, there are free drinks or whatever, but they don't, especially if you're doing slots, they don't care about you. They're not going to come by that often. So if you want
to, I will completely disagree with you. Here's the thing: the waitresses and the waiters, they know who tipped them. So if they're coming by and you're giving them $1 every single time they bring you a beer, they are going to continually ask you because they know every time you get a beer, they're going to get $1.
Of course, but they're less likely to come to slot machines.
I'm telling you, no. I completely disagree with you.
Man.
Yeah, I have gotten totally blasted on slot machines for like $20 before.
Yeah,
like it's all about them knowing who the tippers are and who aren't. If you tip your waitresses well, then they're going to make sure that you get good and saucy.
I think the problem though is that when you first get to a slot machine, it takes a while for them to find you.
That's true. That is very true.
They're more in the area of like blackjack and all that and craps and all that other stuff because those are the rowdy tables.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And also it depends on where you go. Like some of the hotels have just like complete crap service when it comes to that. Some of them are really good.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah.
I agree.
Is that Vitus says, is that the monorail to North Haverbrook? Yes.
No. Yeah.
Monorail.
Looks like my job here is done. You didn't do anything.
Didn't I?
Didn't I?
All right. What to bring with you to the show? A backpack, I would say definitely.
Yes.
Lightweight jacket. It does get cold in there.
It also gets very hot.
It can also get very hot. Also, phone charger.
Yes.
It just depends on where you are, but also, bring a phone charger. Your deal, your hack is to immediately put your phone
on low battery mode. Like that's the very first thing I do in the morning because then you don't have to. I mean, you're not going to be answering emails all the time anyway, so you don't need the constant updates. You don't necessarily need all your notifications right away, and you're going to be surfing. You're going to be surfing your phone a lot,
But also, your phone is going to be trying to get signal and all that, so it's going to just die quick.
Yes.
All those people in there.
So,
but yeah, if you have one of those portable Anchor battery packs, something like that, we have a bunch of those that we just charge up while we're in the hotel room, and usually what we do, we have two of them, we flip back and forth. So we have one that we leave in the hotel trickle charging all day, and then we swap it out every day so that we have a giant charger.
Yeah. I've actually got two, and they're so cheap right now. Like, you can get them on Amazon that will recharge your phone probably 5 times before it dies. You know, I've got one that will actually run. I've got one that will run an entire laptop for like half a day, and then another one that will actually jump my car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Business cards, of course. Your badge.
Yes.
Pairs of comfortable shoes. Hand sanitizer, cash, of course. The other thing I would say is make sure you bring your Gold Bond medicated powder.
Yes.
You think I'm joking?
Yes. No, I know you're not joking.
Powder yourself and stay dry.
Yeah.
Don't that kind of stuff. Echinacea, whatever you like to take to stay healthy. That emergency stuff, which I don't know if that's even.
Yeah, definitely. It says, do yourself a favor, pack some Cliff Bars, trail mix, granola, definitely. I have probably like a 6-pack of Cliff Bars and a bunch of those Fiber One bars because because you're going to be walking around so much and you're not going to think about food, especially if you're having a good time and meeting people and stuff like that. And then eventually at lunchtime, there's going to be such long lines for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can just like do your schedule around the possibility of maybe just leaving the building for a couple hours and coming back later.
Unless you're gonna hop in an Uber and just go somewhere differently.
Well, we've done that before where we've just like gone and done a lunch meeting for a couple hours and come back in the afternoon, and it's kind of nice because then you're not sitting in line and you're not just getting the generic, you want pizza with cheese or just pepperoni and a crappy soft drink, or do you want to actually go get a real meal?
Right.
Sometimes it's nice to go take a break and get a real meal.
Yeah.
Internet, the internet sucks.
Yes.
It sucks pretty bad. So just don't rely on having any good internet anywhere. What else?
Especially at NAB. Like, there will be 1,000 different Wi-Fi spots and all of them will be locked, but the ones that will be open are just everyone's going to be getting on. I would not anticipate ever being able to use Wi-Fi there.
And most of them are locked anyway, and there's a bunch of interference. The thing is, if you click on your Wi-Fi deal on your computer at NAB, the list comes up and it's so long that like you have to scroll and scroll and scroll. You'll see like 100 different Wi-Fi networks or something to that effect. So don't plan on getting more than like 200K internet or something ridiculous.
Right. Hope you don't have to do any work while you're there.
Yeah. And if you do, you're going to have to go to the hotel. So.
Yeah. And even that is iffy sometimes unless you're paying, $50 a night for the 5 megabit internet. So stupid.
Yeah. Let's go to Ravcock. What's your flavor?
What's your flavor? Oh, wait, no. What's your flavor? What's your flavor?
I don't get it.
No, it's because apparently there's a song called What's Your Flavor?
Oh.
And Amy showed it to me the other day. So
I'm sure it's amazing.
That's pretty good.
Did she like our It's Gonna Be May from last week?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I'll have to ask her.
I thought maybe I would get a text from her. I will now because she'll hear this. And,
yeah.
All right. So the one thing I got to say, I've been on 3.08 the last week or two because we updated our plugin. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm having like a version mismatch on our server, even though they're both 3.08. I got to figure that out for our.
Now, are you on RC1 or RC2?
I think that's the problem.
That's probably the problem because I had that issue on mine as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out why that is. But I will say I have been super crashy lately. Like,
you know what? It's not just you, and I don't here's what I'm going to say. It's not just Octane. Like
it's a combo of things.
I have been in Arnold. I've been playing around in Arnold. I've been doing stuff in Redshift. I've been doing stuff in Octane. And as much as everyone likes saying, "Oh, Octane's so crashy," "Oh, Redshift's so crashy," "Oh, Arnold's so stable," no, they all freaking crash. All of them.
And are you getting crash logs that say dlib file from such and such render engine, or are you getting Cinema 4D has crashed?
I don't know. I think it's the dlib stuff.
Because the dlib stuff is what's coming up for me, and that's kind of pissing me off. Or it's not even that; it's that you'll hit render and it will sit there calculating, and then nothing happens at all.
Yeah,
it's not doing anything, and you hit stop and you do it again, and like nothing happens. And for me, I have experienced more of that with 3.08 than I did when I was on 3.07.
Right.
But I still feel like it's a combination of the render engine, of R19, of Windows especially, and NVIDIA drivers. I feel like there's a combo of stuff going on. I feel like everything is not on the same page yet, so I don't know what the deal is. But I have noticed that, and that's been my observation personally, and it's like hopefully Cinema 4D version 4 plugin will come out anyway. Pretty soon, and we just won't even have to worry.
We don't
about
have
that,
any inside information, but I have a feeling it's coming really soon.
I mean, Ahmed is so quick. It's gotta be.
He is super quick.
Yeah. So but usually that's with point updates. I don't know about 4. So okay, Polygon, the texture site.
Yeah. What about it?
P-O-L-I-I.
Yeah.
So they added the folds and wrinkles brush pack. Did you see their email on that?
I think I did, yeah.
I'm on the Andrew Price newsletter thing.
Pretty.
So there are these brushes, so you create fabrics, and if you want to put little folds and
they even
stuff
got
in them, use these brushes. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. You check out the brush pack. Polygon is so worth the monthly or the yearly price.
It really is. I really want to have Andrew on the show.
Yeah,
like to talk about this because so last week's show. We talked about like there was a video of him interviewing the Blender guy, and it was a really good interview. I really liked it. So you guys should check that out. Go to last week's podcast and check that out. And
then David Aryev's new tutorial came out for landscapes, which is really cool. And the slew of landscape posts on Octane has followed, of course.
Has it?
Yeah.
That's funny.
And he's got a part 2 coming out as well. So I know he's talking about recording that, so I'm guessing that's coming out pretty soon. And what else in the Ravcock? I wanted to talk about that because like with David's tutorial and with things like the Polygon. If you are newer to Cinema 4D or 3D and you're like a bed with a bunch of bedding and pillows and stuff like that, and you put the fabric in and all that, and you're like, well, it still doesn't look fully realistic. And usually it's because it's those small details. Like you've got to get up the brush and put in, the world isn't perfect.
Yeah. All these little imperfections and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's Einstein was on a kick where he really wanted the world. He was trying to look at everything as like perfect. I don't know how to describe this. Like, as far as the simplicity of atoms and molecules and all that, and he was in this world where everything was perfect, and then and then quantum theory like threw a wrench in that. Okay, to where it wasn't perfect and it didn't make sense, and things weren't perfect and symmetrical, and it wasn't like perfect geometry. And so, like, to me, I always kind of think of that when I think of 3D stuff, because people build these models, right? And they'll build a room, and they'll start with the walls, and they make them perfect rectangles with a perfect texture on them. And it's like, run your hand along any single wall, and it's not perfect symmetry. It's not perfect anything by any means. It's not like the world of I don't know. It's not like the world that or the universe that Einstein was hoping for, that perfect, mathematical everything. Like, it's not like that. And that's why things don't look realistic when you make them perfect. So, going in and getting brushes of like wrinkles and frays, and even going in, like, say that you're doing, I don't know, let's say you are doing the texture on that wall. In your diffuse channel, you're going to have maybe a texture and some colors and things like that. But then for me personally, I always do something like put in a layer of a really super, super broad, dark noise. So there's like these huge variations in color that happen on a gradual scale, because it's like a huge bump map, right? With very slight variations, but because they're scaled up, it's like to the eye, it looks real and more realistic, and you're like, well, why is that? Well, that's because this thing has, like, I don't know, 0.1 more red in it on this side of the wall than on that side of the wall, or 0.1% darker, or whatever it is. Your eye, like, subconsciously picks up on that stuff because nothing is perfect. Yeah, like Einstein.
That was always me whenever I was building furniture and stuff. Like when I was modeling furniture or anything in a room, it was always just make it like deform it a bit. Go in there, hit the sculpting tools, add some wrinkles, add some deformations, make it look more realistic. So
you can actually there's a Cinema 4D option. I forget what it's called. I think it's the point something tool. I haven't used it in a while, to where you could tell it to move the points at random, radially, or whatever, by a certain amount. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called.
Well, you could you could just throw a random effector on the individual points,
Is that even possible?
Yeah, totally.
You put a random effector on points.
Yeah.
How does that even? You got to throw it inside of something.
No, you throw the. Hold on. Let me do it real quick. So you've got you go to your effector. You do a random effector. You throw the sphere underneath the random effector, I believe. Deformation points, I think. Hold on. I gotta remember how to do this.
So maybe this is like object. a procedural way to do that?
I don't know.
Even if it's just a little bit, and of course, obviously one of the things that...
You put the effector under it like you would a deformer. That's what it is.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just a random effector underneath the sphere and changed it to points. Well, yeah, it's pretty cool. I was very surprised when I found that out too.
What is the name of it? I think I've got it in here. It's the point something tool. I just haven't used it in so long. Set point value is what it's called. So you open up set point value. There you go. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, you can do crumple and all that other stuff in there. And if you just set it ever so slightly, it's got that just slight variation, and people are like, man, why does that look so real? I don't know why, but it looks so real. Bevels, things like that, put scratches on the bevels, dirt shaders. The world isn't this perfect place. So trying to compare it to the Einstein stuff. I'm having a bad time putting those two together, doing that metaphor there. But it's
compare it to Einstein, you're going to have a bad time.
You're going to have a bad time. But he was hoping that the world and the universe were more mathematically beautiful in that aspect. But I guess he thought wrong. But If you are working on taxes this week, we got some tips for you.
Yay! Do we have some tips?
I mean, we were just going to talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah. We have been doing taxes this week.
It's fresh on the mind.
It is fresh on the mind, yeah.
So I figured we would have a few tips that we could put out there. We are not accountants, so we're going to talk vaguely about this stuff. But,
make sure you're keeping tabs on everything, all your write-offs. That's the most important. My taxes went from, okay, so I'm not done yet. I'm just gonna, it went it went down probably $2,500 just with putting in a couple of things. The biggest thing is mileage. Keep track of your mileage. Mileage is like a huge thing. If you're a freelancer and you're doing freelance work, keep track of all your freelance miles.
Yeah,
because you can write off every single one of those. And it's like it gave me I think mine, I had like 9,000 or almost 10,000 freelance miles, and that gave me, oh boy, it was a ridiculous amount back.
It is like the single most ginormous write-off.
Yeah,
it's insane. And it's because instead of like writing off your gas individually, you write off the mileage. They give you a certain amount of money per mile.
Yeah, I think it's like 55 cents a mile. So think about that. 55 cents times 10,000 miles, that's like $5,000 deduction right there.
Right. And it's also based on how much you use the car for business. So if you have two cars, it's a lot better for you to, have one car that's dedicated to the business so that you can say, okay, write off 100% of the mileage on this car rather than like a portion of it. So it's pretty good. Billy says it's something like 56 cents a mile. I think that's right. Said
miles and meals, where you talk business for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yep. All of those add up a lot, and you'd be surprised. Now, as video people, as 3D animators and stuff, there's a surprising list of stuff that you can write off. Like, for example, Netflix. You can write off Netflix. You can write off. It is research. You can write off your movie tickets. Anytime you go see a movie, that's research as well. For some of us who are doing game stuff as well, like Sage, I'm looking at you, even though you're in Canada. If you were in America, you could write off like any game that you buy, or if you're creating stuff for Oculus Rift and you buy an Oculus Rift or you buy a new game, that's research.
Or if you have an Xbox, in the lobby for your clients to play.
Right. If you're doing some sort of music design, Tokyo Megaplex, I'm looking at you. You could probably write off your Spotify, So.
Yep. And then what is it as far as losses? After 3 years of losses, it's very.
So this is what I've heard. So basically, you go through and odds are, if you do really well that year, you're, say you make $70,000 in freelance work, I doubt you're going to be able to come up with $70,000 worth of write-offs. But say you've done $10,000 because you work a full-time job and you just take some occasional jobs on the side, but you could probably find $10,000 worth of write-offs, right? So as far as I understand, and don't quote me on this, I could be wrong.
Research it first.
Right, exactly. You can take a loss like in your business up to like 3 years in a row before they start like being like, hey, what are you doing here?
Right.
Before they start like looking at you, and you never want the government looking at you, know, so just be aware of that.
I will say that
unless you're in the horse industry, if as weird as this is, if you're in the horse industry, you can actually go 5 years.
I guess a lot of people lose money on horses. Sounds like a bad industry to be in.
I don't know. It's weird. I worked with this guy who's like, oh yeah, you can only get a loss 3 years unless you're in a horse. If you're in a horse industry,
Weird.
And then because he owned a couple horses and he was able to take a loss. What if I model 3D horses?
Models of 3D. Yeah.
I don't think that counts. Matt in the chat asks, do you guys hold back 20 or 30%? I don't normally. So I'm in a very so I tell my wife to claim 0 deductions on her taxes, right? Mm-hmm. And so what's nice is like, so if we hadn't done that, if she had just done the normal, so with 0 deductions, if I was just put her money in the taxes, we would get like $3,700 back, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's good. But then I put in mine, and that kind of evens the playing field a little bit more, you know? This is the way I do it, so that I don't have to necessarily take out so much money or save so much money towards the end of the year. Then with my write-offs and stuff, I don't owe as much. I think I don't I'm paying, you know, my normal amount of taxes, but I think I only end up paying out of my pocket maybe 5% of my income.
And my additional, and that's also because the way that we do our S Corp, we're not paying Social Security on dividends. And that's a reason that a lot of people do that as well. Yeah. Because if you're just a sole proprietor and you're not incorporated, you're not an S Corp, you're going to be paying double Social Security, as opposed to not paying it at all short of your W-2, right, which is for your actual salary. So, you know, all stuff you have to consult with your CPA or accountant or whatever with, you know, just take our word for it roughly, and then go consult with somebody for real before you do it. Because you got to craft it to your own business.
Yeah, totally. Know? And, you know, your own personal stuff. Like right now, I don't own a house, you know, so I actually ended up owing a little bit more because I don't own a house.
Right.
Versus if I did own a house, I'd get that big deduction. And I really wish the government would let us write off childcare, because that would be maybe I don't know about a dollar for dollar write off, but like being able to write off a good portion of it, you know, or let that, you know, deduct from my income.
You're not poor enough to do that. That's the problem.
Okay. Yeah.
You're not poor enough. So you want to be able to write off your childcare like a poor person.
Oh my gosh, Tom.
I worked in that joke there. Yeah. So here's the deal too, is that, you know, if you don't have enough deductions, it may be a matter of putting you into a higher tax bracket.
Yes.
That's something.
I had that happen once or twice, and that sucks. When like an extra $1,000 or $2,000, you know, you can't find any write-offs or anything, and that jumps you right back in to another tax bracket. Yep. That happened to me, I think 2 years ago. It was awful, because then we ended up owing a lot of money.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it was like, hey, if I would have spent $3,000 on a laptop last year, then I wouldn't have paid an extra $8,000 in taxes. Right. So look at your, so to speak, because if you're borderline on that tax bracket, get those expenses up.
Yeah,
it makes a huge difference.
What was it? The Razer laptop was like $2,500, and it brought my tax liability down like $700.
Yeah, and
that's a no-brainer.
That's the other thing too. Like me personally, I choose to take the full deduction every year because I do end up buying a lot of gear every year, and I would rather do it that way and help it even out my how much money I owe than to do that over like 5 years or whatever. Like 20%.
I agree.
So I agree. So that's where we are. That's what we've learned.
Yes.
The other thing I wanted to talk about topics today was wanted to do a to-do list jubilee talk.
Okay.
So I've been into the getting things done method for quite a while. The GTD method, which is copyright David Code 2001, and the the show Back to Work, Merlin Mann talks about it a lot, but he over the years has done the same thing that I have, which is I used to be like fully in it, and I used all the software, and I did all the contexts and I was so into organizing everything that I spent too much time organizing everything and not enough time working. And so over the last couple of years, I mean, I've done so much less of that. You know, I'm still using the method roughly, you know, in more of a broad sense of the word, the getting things done method, the concept of next action, you know, which is like, if you're going to put something on your to-do list, don't say, I don't know, what was the example he said? Don't write return library books.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Find library books and then return library books. Because if you don't know where they are, that should also be an action, right?
Ugh. That sounds stupid.
It sounds stupid, but if you don't know where something is, let's say let's do something more complicated. Like let's say vehicle registration. Okay, you get that little thing in the mail for your vehicle registration 2 or 3 months before your registration's up. So what do? You put the little piece of paper on your desk, and then you may or may not remember
until your
where
registration's out and you get a ticket, and then you got to go.
Right. Or you get to that month and then you have like the grace month afterwards. And so you're like, oh, it's been 3 or 4 months since I got that envelope. So you're like, all right, let me write on my to-do list because I just got in my car and I noticed that my registration's out to go get my registration. Well, when you do that and you sit down to do the registration and you go to the website, you can't do anything without that piece that's missing. So an action on your to-do list would be find my registration info in my stack of crap. Especially if you've lost it. You're like, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, but you don't need that paper if you go up to the office. You just say, I need to do my registration. You hand them your insurance and then you're done.
Right, which you can do. Or you could take the little envelope and go on and put the code into the website and just pay your money and they'll send it to you in the mail.
That's true.
It's easier. So what I'm saying is if you're doing a next action type deal on your to-do list, you say, find my envelope that I lost, and then the next action is then go register. Don't just say register because there's other things you have to do. Maybe your envelope was somewhere else or
why don't
office.
Here's the thing. You have to remember that you're going to do that in the first place. Why don't you just do it right when you remember? Why don't you just actually go fill out the thing instead of taking the time in order to put that onto your next action and checking a date whenever you want to do it?
Because okay, because let's say my envelope is at home and not at the office or vice versa. You're there. You're like, well, I can do that, but I need to get that thing. Well, when do I need to get?
Yeah, but with that particular example, you don't need the envelope.
If you want to go to the DMV and do it yourself or to the grocery store, I understand. You just take this in the context of anything that requires more than one step. You're being too detailed with this.
Right.
What I'm saying is if I'm right here right now, right, I'm remembering, oh, I need to do my vehicle registration, right? If I'm in the middle of a show, I can write find my envelope on my to-do list right here while I'm doing the show with you. What I can't do is go actually find it and go do the registration when I'm thinking about it, which is right now. That's why you have next action, because if my envelope was not here and it's at the office instead or vice versa, I can't do that thing until I get home, which is why you have the concept of contexts, which is what you do at home, what you do at the office, what you do at different times. This is what I do in these certain situations. So when you get home, you say, what do I have to do at home? What are my home chores? I got to clean the garage. I got to find that envelope and put it by the door so I can take it to the office tomorrow. And then I got to do this other thing, and I got to go to Home Depot and whatever. So it's the weekend.
Right.
You knock off that thing, and then when Monday rolls around, that envelope is sitting by your stuff to go to the office so that it comes with you. You sit down at the office and your next action in the list is do your registration. So you get in front of the computer and you do the thing.
You should not be doing your registration at work. You should be doing it at home anyway.
It's like, even like, let's say you want to
I don't know. I think maybe like I'm just like a much better multitasker, I've got a constant to-do list in my head, and I just am able to remember all this stuff.
Well, what's in your to-do list right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Finish up this podcast, and then go do this stuff for a client that we've got. I've got a phone call at 3:00, and then around 3:45, 4, I got to go pick up my kid.
Okay, so you have today's to-do list in your head.
Yeah.
But what about like long term? Do you know exactly every single piece of gear that you're packing to go with you right now to NAB without thinking about it?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see.
Yep. See, but you're the one who has to bring all the large amount of gear. I don't have a lot of gear that I have to bring, so it's not a big concern of mine. Plus, all throughout the week, as we've been going along and as we've been ordering stuff on Amazon, I've been packing it up behind me. I've been putting it in its place instead of making a list, go and find this. It's no.
Well,
this
you don't
is
need
here.
to write go and find this in general if it's right here already. I'm saying if something is lost, that's going to be the first thing that happens. Or think about it in terms of anything. Think of it in terms of making coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have any beans. You have to go buy some beans.
Right.
And you're not going to necessarily remember that until you go to make the coffee. And then you're like, oh, crap, I forgot to buy beans. Am I going to go buy beans right now? No, because I'm at work. And it's too late.
What?
So I'm at, So when I go to the store, I want to have a context that's my shopping list. That's the next action. Buy beans. And that can only happen later. I can't do it right when I think of it.
Maybe
that's
I'm
why
just more of a fly by the seat of my pants type guy,
Right. Well,
because
you are.
I'm
That's why you're a director and I'm a producer.
That's probably true. No, I will totally agree with that. Yeah.
That's why.
All right.
That's why when people show up to our shoots, there are phone chargers for every type of phone.
Right.
And they're already plugged in and ready to go with a sign that says phone charging station.
Right. And I'm like, ooh, there's a phone charging station.
Right. Because on my list, it says, what's the next action? Find chargers for these 3 types of phones and put them in your thing. And so when I'm going to do my list of things to bring, I have that. I have something right now that says make sure that you bring your power strip with the long extension cord on it, because I grab that and then so that's kind of the next action list. I'm not saying be anal to the point of I've got to type up this thing. Well, make sure that you pull out your keyboard and put your hand on the mouse first. I get that part.
That's what it sounds like.
But it's things that you free. Don't think you're going to remember everything, because you're not. You're just not. Nobody is.
Yeah.
And so what has been going on recently with me and with other people like Merlin Mann into the Getting Things Done method is the fact that whenever you're doing this stuff, you get used to using the GTD method to the point where you kind of become more broad. Maybe you change the context. Maybe you don't use all these contexts. Maybe you come up with like 20 contexts because you're going to be Mr. Getting Things Done organized person. But then over a couple of years, you're like, well, I only need like 4 real contexts.
Right.
And I only need to do certain things this certain way, and you get used to it. So the concept of a jubilee is like refreshing, starting over, right? And so I'm talking about a to-do list jubilee. Because what happens, you get your to-do list, you have your long-term stuff on your to-do list, you have these little projects that you think you're going to do that you never get around to, and that's all well and good, but then it's on your list every day. If you're going to, some people do that thing where they just manually write a to-do list for every day, and then every day they rewrite their to-do list and take the stuff off of it. But not everybody does that, and I'm talking about if you're into the Getting Things Done method, starting over. And just wash it clean, because you have developed a certain method, and you've kind of lost some of the ridiculously detailed things that you originally thought you were going to do when you start your organization method, like GTD. So every once in a while, it's probably good to start that to-do list over, take it and save it, or archive it, or do whatever, and just say, okay, if I ever have to go back and reference my long-term list of things that I would like to do in the next 10 years, I'll go check that one. But for now, I'm going to start off with a clean slate and start my to-do list over again, because you get experience. You're experienced in GTD after a couple of years, and your methods change. But I feel like, honestly, the GTD method still is the best way to do a to-do list.
To each his own.
Well, you've never really tried it.
No.
Let's be honest.
I'm not that. That's just not me. I'm not that type of person.
You're the type of person that doesn't save a project until the end. So tied it all back in. See?
There you go. All right.
Anyway,
that was good. That was a good burn right there.
Mm-hmm. Burn.
Yeah.
Okay, links. We got some links, and before we do like a whole bunch of NAB stuff, and then of course, the following week after NAB, so we can decompress, we put all the interviews of the week into a podcast. I have a ton of links, and I don't want to save them until like 3 weeks from now. So I'm just going to quickly, like I said, that survival guide, I've got that in the links. This is something that came up for me last week. I've been talking about the fact that I just absolutely hate the fact that Windows Home Edition makes you update no matter what, and even if you disable it. So I found a website, and I vetted it and vetted this method and checked the script that was on it and everything to make sure it was legit and wasn't a virus or something. This is easily install group policy editor in Windows 10 Home Edition, because gpedit.msc, the group policy editor, is only in the Pro edition of Windows. It's not in the Home edition of Windows. That is the thing that you have to open in order to set rules and enable and disable the automatic updates, and the thing in the start menu where it says restart and update instead of just restart. To where you're in the middle of something and your computer's screwing up and you're like, oh, my sound driver's not working right, I got to reset my computer, and your only option is update and restart, not just restart. All of that is controlled with the group policy editor. And so there is this script that you can run that basically does, it's not Unix, it's like a command line, DOS, whatever you want to call it now, deal where it downloads and installs the group policy editor into Windows Home Edition. And then after that, it shows you the things that you need to do in order to disable all of these auto updates.
Is that like a hack?
It's not a hack, because it is the group policy editor that it's installing. It's just installing it for you on the Home Edition.
Okay.
So it's the legit version. It's just a way to do it without having to upgrade to Pro just for that. I don't have any other reason to upgrade to Pro and spend the money and do the whole install. I just wanted the group policy editor. Why am I going to spend whatever it costs to get a new version of Windows and go through all that rigmarole just because I need gpedit.msc?
Yeah.
So there'll be a link to that. Also, there's a cool shoe breakdown animation thing. Everybody's doing the shoes. So it's the Nike Flyknit Superiority R&D video. I forget where, this is somewhere in Slack that I found this. We've got the OFFF Milano 2018 main titles on Behance with a little bit of a breakdown, which is really cool. Let's see. Intagma, who does the Houdini tutorials.
Yeah.
They now have a Patreon that they're doing a special Patreon thing. It's the Advanced CG Tutorials Patreon. So check that out. Raphael Rao, Silverwing, he came out with a video tip, Octane metal material.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Tutorial deal. What else? A cute little video. Hashtag GPU rescue. It's this woman who's talking about stop GPU abuse now.
Okay.
She's like, every day thousands of video cards are being lost to cryptocurrency.
That's funny.
And it's one of those,
Did you see my link in the show notes?
I was just thinking about the fact that I probably forgot to look at that.
That's okay, because I was actually just looking at our show notes and was like, ooh, I put something in there. Okay, so this one, it's called Fixing Cinema 4D Not Opening. So I was trying to get my R18 to open, and you know how normally you have to go into like Task Manager and like force quit or something. It just won't close for some reason. So I looked it up and I found a very simple way to fix it, and it has done excellent. So now, put that in the show notes, because that was good for me. It helped me out.
All right. Only a couple other things here. It's an April Fool's joke. The Titan W. Haha.
I didn't see it. What was it?
You'll just click on the link. You'll just have to look at it. If you're into the April Fool's joke stuff, check that out. Another April Fool's joke, and I certainly hope this is an April Fool's joke, but it doesn't say that it is anywhere, is they're going to put a roof kind of like the Denver airport on top of Red Rocks in Colorado.
Gosh, I hope that is a joke.
I mean, it's so the article is so detailed about like the funding and how much it costs. I was like, please tell me that this is a like April Fool's joke, because I'm going to be so disappointed if that's the case. And they're trying to just ruin this.
Yeah, Red Rocks is like the absolute best venue you could go to, and for them to put a tarp over it would just be awful.
Yeah. Man, I hope it was released on April 1st. It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be. And also, if you're into changing your DNS settings, a lot of people use the Google 8.8.8.8 DNS rather than their ISP's DNS because it is faster.
Of course.
Cloudflare launched their own DNS service that's supposed to be like the fastest DNS lookup, which is 1.1.101. So I'll have a link to that as well. And again, we're going to do short show. So that about wraps up that. So anything else in the links category? I don't think we do.
Not that I know of.
Have anything there. So let's do People's People.
Yay. Can I go to the bathroom real quick?
No.
Okay.
We're almost done. Can you wait? Can you hold it?
I guess.
You got a rubber band?
No, that's gross.
All right. So March 20th, year of our Lord 2018, if you go to Equinox Chamber, this is on your Beeple viewer of choice, of course.
What is this one?
Equinox Chamber. March 20th. We have to kind of play a little bit of catch up.
Yeah, we do.
Because some of these episodes we have skipped Beeple's People, so we're like a little bit behind.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to bring it up myself because I got to go like way back here. 3, 2.
Whole bunch of people in these like VR headset like pods, kind of.
This is what we were talking about last week because it's like an army of VR dudes. And
yeah.
So my thought on some of this, like, unless there's like something super specific now that we want to talk about as far as render engine, you know, I mean,
I think this is Octane.
You think it's Octane?
I think so.
It's hard to say. I think the flare and like the grain and everything is post, so I can't tell. I really can't.
Yeah, it might be.
But this looks like I don't know, maybe the training center or something for these VR guys we were looking at.
I disagree. I think these guys are the ones who will be. I mean, look at them; they're cops, right? That's the big thing. They're cops, so they are part of the patrol. Like they're controlling avatars. They're controlling robots and stuff like that. Who's actually going out and arresting people. Who didn't register at the Facebook 3036.
Okay. All right. So it's basically like the guy in the NVIDIA thing who was driving the car.
Right. Basically.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. No, that makes sense. All right. The next one I want to do is Warm Bath, which is March 24th. And this is related as that's not March 24th.
No,
I got that. As March. Oh no! Wait, he did 2 on March 24th.
Oh,
he did.
Weird.
Huh? Maybe it was. Yeah, he did do 2.
He did 2 on 25th as well.
23. That's
weird.
Wait. Well, on 25th he posted the video.
I'm
confused.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know. So go to March 24th, Warm Bath, because this is related as well. Now, this is a really good example of the small versus large, the small Beeple's people and the big Beeple's people.
Okay.
because the security guard dude who's standing there or whatever, soldier, whatever he is, looking at the VR guy, they're obviously two different sizes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, probably. I'll say it is a mistake in the IOR of the glass. Maybe the glass is so thick so thick that it's an optical illusion.
I don't know.
That blows things up so that you can see. Maybe that's
it says warm bath, so he's in the goo.
Yeah, I guess.
And the little things attached at the top are aligned with the ceiling, so the scale isn't that off.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this is where these soldiers, I guess, are being bred. What would you call it? Being incubated?
I don't know. I think it's like maybe this one's like a Matrix type thing, you know?
Oh, so you think this is like a sensory deprivation tank?
Maybe. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I could see that.
All right. Well, we're just going to have to kind of keep this in the back of our head.
Yeah.
Just to see where this goes.
Oh, man, no. But then you got to do the next one. And then you see it? Okay, so warm bath.
The video version?
Yeah, the video version. Like Facebook default privacy setting 2038. So this is 2 years after the registry.
Oh my gosh. Do you see the Easter egg in here?
No, what is it?
Do you see the Easter egg?
I see Facebook.
Okay. Let the video stop. Okay. Let the video stop, and then look at the. Oh, come on, Twitter. Look at the still frame of this video when it stops. Let's see. I'm trying to let it finish here. I'm trying to blow it up so I can see it better. There we go. All right. Can you see it?
I kind of see it. Who is that?
That's Nick Campbell.
Is it?
Yeah. That's his Facebook profile picture. In the middle. You see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody notice that?
I don't know.
Besides this, it's so fun. I mean, it's had like a bajillion retweets. Certainly somebody saw that, right?
Maybe. That's funny. That is.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like all his friends from Facebook that he's like posting, you know?
Right. I'm looking to see if we'll see this person, Ethan said, I see signal noises in there. James White. I'm going through this to see if anybody mentioned Nick Vegas. Man, I don't.
That's funny.
I don't see anybody mentioning Nick Vegas in here.
Man, but look at the way the body moves. That's pretty rad, you know?
Yeah.
I like it.
That's funny. All right, let's move on. We got to get out of here. We got March 26th. This one's called Snail Mail. This is the one where the shipping containers we've been talking about.
Oh, see, this is how they build the shipping containers, you know? This is how they build the different things. They just mail them. But now, these are the little people's people.
Is this because these are the little people's people and the animals are big, or are we vice versa? Are these just giant
maybe
animals?
I think those are giant people, or those are regular sized people, but they've turned the animals giant. I mean, if you can turn a person into a little people, odds are that you can turn an animal into a giant animal.
Yeah, but which one is more efficient as far as energy costs?
I don't know. Well, no. So that you feed them up with energy at first, and then you shoot them really big, and then you have them do their thing because they'll cover more tracks, right?
Yeah, but doesn't it take more energy to make a giant snail than a really small snail?
Nah, because everything's solar powered now.
Oh, okay.
You know, because of SpaceX.
Oh, okay. How convenient.
I don't know.
All right. Let's do the last one. This was from yesterday, from Easter/April Fools. This is Cadbury Super War.
I like it.
Now, here we go. It's the giant bunnies. Again, Little People's people with giant bunnies, or?
Yeah, it's Little People's people with giant bunnies. No, those are regular people with giant bunnies.
I'm going to go ahead and go as far as to say that these are not actual animals, that these are robots made to look like an animal.
Nah. I bet you anything those are holding the emoji bombs.
Oh, it's a Trojan horse type situation?
Yeah, like inside the egg, instead of the Cadbury gooiness.
Oh, it's a
that's
Hatchimal.
An emoji bomb.
It's a Hatchimal.
A Hatchimal, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, parents, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Or maybe it's what are the other ones called? Maybe there's some Shopkins in there, you think?
I don't know Shopkins.
Oh man.
I do know the surprise eggs. Maybe there's a giant Mash'em in there.
the not the Hatchimals, the Shopkins, dude. You don't even
Cadbury.
know.
It says Cadbury Super Wars, so you know.
Right.
I don't know.
It was just named after it because.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Just another mystery we're gonna have to throw in there somewhere.
I know.
I've got got one email that I just wanted to mention. This is the weirdest thing. We had this problem when we first came out with the plugin. This is from Dan, who I think had this problem the first time that we came out with the plugin, and then when he re-upped it and redid his got his upgrade, he had the same problem. And I cannot figure this out because we are on the same system, we're on the same version of everything, we're on the same version of Windows, all this, and for some reason our plugin, when you click on it, it disappears as if you're not allowed to click on that layer. But we don't have the Brograph layer attached to the Spotlight, so I don't understand why it's disappearing and why it's not why no one else is having this problem. So I would like to see if anyone else is having this problem besides Dan, where you open the plugin and as soon as you click on it, it disappears or doesn't allow you to click on it because, quote unquote, the layer is locked. It just makes no sense. It's not behaving the way that Cinema should be behaving. Right. So I don't even need to read the email. I just wanted to talk about that. Say, if anyone else is having that issue, let me know, because we have no way to test it. It's not, we can't recreate the conditions. We don't know why that's happening. So this might be just a one-time thing. In Dan's case, we talked about it, so you can just turn off, unlock his layers, and you're good to go. That's all you got to do. Just go to your layers tab and unlock it. You won't have an issue anymore. But I just don't understand why one or two computers have that issue and nobody else does.
Yeah,
it's the weirdest thing. I've never been able to figure that out. So that wraps it up. We're going to go to NAB.
Yes.
And have a good time.
It's not a short show. Still an hour and a half.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
We're going to
no David Ariev show.
Well, I know, right? So we'll be talking to you guys on Sunday night late, most likely. So
yes,
just
or if
keep up with this on the interwebs.
If you're going to be there, come say hi. Come say what up. Get a picture with us. We might have some stuff. We got some stickers. We got some buttons. Come get a button and a sticker.
Got some swag.
Right?
Stuff we all get.
These beautiful, beautiful Brograph stickers.
All right, let's get out of here. You can rate us on iTunes, leave a review. You can also subscribe to us on your podcatcher of choice. It helps get our ratings up. Subscribe to our newsletter as well on the site. You can say you've been there, done that, got the t-shirt with the No Brograph, No Mograph tee, the limited edition Gaten DeSimone shirt, the Paul Babb Feel the Babb 2020 shirt. Make sure you get one so you can take a picture with Paul Babb at NAB, and all the profits from that go to Doctors Without Borders and our Render Things shirts and hoodies, as well as the Octane Jesus shirt that's floating around somewhere.
Gosh.
I saw Zubair posted a picture of that the other day. I got my Octane Jesus shirt. You want me to grab it? Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, go grab it so that the live people can see it.
All right.
It's so stupid. Thank you, Smearballs, for designing the Octane Jesus. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There you go.
And if you guys want to pick up our newest plugin, the Brograph Ball Pack, you can go to brograph.com/ball pack. It's totally free, you know. So it is the best ball pack that Smearballs has ever used.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Bro Sack Ball Pack. Bro Sack Ball.
Bro Pack. Bro Pack.
Ball.
Yeah. Ball.
On the interwebs, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and of course YouTube and Brograph.com. And until next time, have a good one.
You're not gonna say you're Dave? You totally messed that up.
I'm Dave. I'm Dave.
I'm Dave. And I'm Matt.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Matt.
Have a good one.
Later, bros.
Later, bros.
Later, bros. Way to mess that one up. That's too much coffee. We're still live. Hello, everyone.
We are still live.
I just stopped.
Live people.
Welcome to Brograph Late Night.
Brograph Late Night.
Episode.
The schedule was just released officially for NAB.
That wasn't just released. It was released a few weeks ago.
For everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man. After hours is the best hours.
What's Raid Zero going to talk about?
Oh, he's got 2 presentations. Live.com. Which, by the way, if you guys go to c4dlove.com, that's our website. Let's see. Phil Roberts, he's doing My First Year in Cinema 4D, A Creative Journey. And then he is also doing Pitch to Final Product using Cinema 4D.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't see that listed anywhere.
Yeah. He's speaking Tuesday and Wednesday.
Nice. All right. Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Starting to log off. Stand by.
Late night program. This time for late night show.